You know what? All right. So it is fight week. The fighters, in all likelihood, have arrived in the Bay Area as they prepare for this weekend to fight. You know, Media Day starts today. They're going to have the fighters' arrival and all this kind of stuff. I have the information and all that kind of stuff. But, um, I'm going to be working for most of the week, but I will be covering the weigh in and all that stuff. And then, there's going to be some events that's going to be going on late Thursday evening. Well, I'm not going to say late Thursday evening because it's just going to be at nighttime because, daylight saving time, it gets dark at around 5. So, there's some stuff going on in the city. But we have a fight. I know, really, they say we have a fight up until they do the weigh-ins. There's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be a fight because both fighters made it through camp and all that stuff. Made it through training camp, sparring, and all that kind of stuff. One thing as a media dude you always worry about is you get prepared for this kind of stuff. You're nervous, especially if you plan to travel out of town, if you didn't made plane reservations, hotel reservations, and then the week of the fight somebody gets hurt and they may have to pull the plug on the fight or find a replacement, and the replacement may not be of the same caliber of the main event. Usually that is the case, but Regis arrived. He arrived because he wants to stay focused and focus strictly on the fight, be mentally there. Now we'll see how mentally there he is once the bell ring. We got to see what type of game plan Regis has, how he plans on fighting Devin Haney. At the end of the day, just stick to doing what got you there. Of course you have to make adjustments, but don't go out of your way to make adjustments until you need to make adjustments, depending on how the fight is going in favor of you executing your game plan. So, like I said before, I'm excited about this, get to see a lot of different people. So for the media people, if this is your first time covering fight in the Bay, welcome to the Bay Area. It's some people that have been out here before. Some of these dudes at one time lived in the Bay Area, and they, just moved to other places. And to the people who haven't been to the Bay Area, once again, welcome to the Bay Area. So, like I said, I'm excited about the fight. I'm going to be breaking down the fight probably, as we get closer to the fight, basically look at tape of Regis and then look at tape of Devin and just break down what both fighters need to do to be successful. It's going to be a great fight. I know expectations is going to be a little high, and people are going to be anti for this to be a good fight and for both men to deliver and give the fans a good fight. This is the first inaugural fight at the Chase Center, so I feel like both fighters have an obligation to give the fans a great fight. This event is going to be sold out or close to a sellout, depending on what the reports say, but the fight is sold very well. And that's for all you guys that were hoping and praying that this fight failed. I just don't understand sometimes this contempt that black people have for other black people. And they, you call them out on it, and then they try to play stupid and stuff. People hating on Bill Haney and all this kind of stuff and wanting him to fail and stuff. Like I said, we only do this to each other. We only do this to each other. Sometimes I have to wonder, do I have to buy into this whole product, the environment situation? Because that's really the card that a lot of people like to use for certain behavioral patterns. And I'm not sure that I buy into that, and then looking at the promotion for this fight, you got people talking about, people went to private school and they didn't get it from the mud and all that stupid stuff. I mean, it just just sounds stupid, And like I said, it's just some things that you look at the black community and, basically the brainwashing and the mentality that we have from, athletes having kids that want to rap about the streets and all this kind of stuff. And they lived in gated communities pretty much their whole life and all that kind of stuff. This type of stuff. Wanting to be from the streets in the hood so damn bad. But that's brainwashing. But getting back to the actual fight itself, I think this is a big opportunity for, the Bay Area, because it's very rare we get something like this, a championship caliber fight. And I think a lot of people are going to be paying attention and looking at what happens with this fight, because it could it could open up the opportunity for other promotional companies to consider bringing fights here. So like I said, Saturday, I'm not going to say a lot is riding on Saturday, but I will say the spotlight is going to be heavily focused on the Bay Area and how things turn out. But like I said, I think it's going to be a great fight. I just can't see this being a bad fight. Regis style versus Devin style, because Devin throws punches, and a lot of people have said Devin tries too hard, sometimes when he fights, and some people believe it leads him to make mistakes sometimes in fights. But Devin's going to give us a good fight. He gave us a good fight versus Lomachenko, no matter who you thought should have won the fight, which, like I said before, I had Devin Haney winning that fight soundly. I had him winning that Lomachenko fight soundly, because I'm going to be completely honest with you. If you watch Devin Haney's fight, you watch Devin Haney's fight versus Lomachenko, and you watch people saying that Lomachenko got robbed. I mean, it's almost the same exact fight where Lomachenko came on later in the rounds, but he gave away too many early rounds. The same thing with Teofimo Lopez. I watched that fight recently. Teofimo Lopez pretty much won the first. He pretty much won the first 7. You can make an argument he pretty much won the first 7 rounds of the fight. Now, I know they tried to give him one round in between, but I had Teofimo Lopez pretty much winning the first 7 rounds. So he had built a substantial lead, and then they tried to make it look like it was closed down the stretch, and that Lomachenko almost dominated the second half of the fight. And if you look at the scorecards, I think at the minimum they gave at least 8 rounds to Teofimo Lopez. I had Devin Haney winning that fight at least 8 rounds to 4. Now, all this stuff about it was a robbery and all this kind of stuff, that's complete bullshit. And, he almost knocked Devin out. Well, almost doesn't count. He didn't. Devin didn't touch the floor. But, people just like to change the narratives, when it comes to certain fighters. But we get it. But Devin beat Lomachenko. And I feel he's going to do enough to secure this fight with Regis. Devin's fighting at home, and I don't think Devin is going to succumb to the pressure of fighting at home. It's just going to be another day at the office, and I just think he's going to do what he needs to do to secure the fight. So there you have it. But anyway, you guys, just wanted to do a quick video. Getting ready to start my shift. We'll have more later on. It's your boy Town. I'm out.